Absolutely delighted now to be joined by Chris McEntee, who, as you know, is the AGU's CEO. Chris, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, hasn't it been a great meeting?
This meeting has been fantastic. We've had nearly 23,000 scientists from 91 countries, and we've covered all aspects of Earth and space science and had a lot of other sessions related to science policy, safe workplace climate. We couldn't have asked for a better collaboration among all the scientists here.
And people have loved being here, haven't they?
People have loved New Orleans. They've loved being able to have field trips to see the things that are really scientifically interesting and unique here. They've also loved the second line bands that we've had and the jazz bands, and an opportunity to experience the culture and to have an event at Mardi Gras World and see up close all those floats that are getting ready for Mardi Gras coming up very soon.
And one of the highlights for us has been some of the speakers that you've had. You've had quite a lot of government scientists here this year. That's quite a big part of your membership, isn't it?
We have a very large part of our membership, both within and outside the United States, actually work in government agencies, government-funded science. We had some very interesting panels, including one just this morning where we had representatives of 4 major U.S. government agencies, USGS, NOAA, National Science Foundation, and NASA. Talk a little bit about their science priorities for the year. So yes, it's a very big presence here.
Well, why is that so important to you?
Well, government-funded science is very important to the American public. It's where we get our data for being able to know about flooding and weather and disasters, or just to understand the wonders of space, or what we might find in planets, or how the sun works, or all the things that make life on this planet sustainable. But it's also the only place that will really fund basic discovery and curiosity questions.
And are you worried at all that in the current climate that some of this science might be under threat?
We are worried about the movement that seems to be not just here in the U.S. but in other parts of the world,
right.
About we don't need to rely on evidence as much. We are worried about public support for science. In the U.S. we've seen it be fairly flat as a percentage of the U.S. budget for quite some time, and we really think that hurts public safety and the economy and innovation and growth.
And what can AGU members do to help?
Well, first of all, we hope that you will take the time to communicate why Earth and space science is so important to things like droughts, managing disasters, managing hazards, in understanding how our climate works and our Earth works, so that we can make sure that we make this a very healthy place to live, work, and play. But we also have a variety of different tools and resources. We had a whole week of programming here in science policy, science communication training. We had opportunities for our members to call their members of Congress, made it easy for them. We have web resources called our Science is Essential page, where you can get tips and webinars and a whole host of things to help you engage with policy. We have our Sharing Science program. They can sign up for our science policy alerts, and we're really looking forward to really expanding on that, because next year our meeting will be in Washington, D.C.
Perfect place.
It's going to be an ideal place to be able to expand engagement with policymakers, both while here, but to take that energy back home on a continual basis, and also to see the reopening of our headquarters, which will be the first net zero commercial renovation in the nation's capital.
Well, that sounds exciting. Well, thank you ever so much indeed for being with us today, Chris. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us, and everyone enjoy the rest of AGU 2017, and we'll see you in DC in 2018.